Hello art students, today we are going to continue with calligraphy, moving on to the next set of letters. We have done the first 10 letters in the alphabet, now we're going to be doing K, L, M, N, and O. These are both some of the easiest and some of the hardest. O and L are pretty easy, O is just super easy. M and N are not very easy, particularly N. A lot of people get messed up on N. And then we have K. So go ahead and get started. Pen, paper, all that. All right, so K. Curve up, go down, curve around into a spiral. And then you go over here to the top, move over a little bit, start there, curve toward this line, loop around that line, curve down. And we'll do it one more time. Curve up, go down, spiral, go over to the top, move over, curve, loop around that line, go down. Okay, and what you can do as far as thickening this up, you come down here, you follow your line, you can thicken up the bottom of this and the bottom of that a little bit. And then as for this, it's up to you. You can thicken up this side or this side. I'm going to do the top part, and I'm just going to thicken it up just a little bit like that. And you don't have to thicken up this line, but you can if you want to. If you do, what you do is you come to the bottom and you just thicken up the bottom just a little bit. You don't do the whole line. So, and there is K. Now I'll move on to L. L is super easy. Pick a point, curve, loop around, go down, loop back, curve line up. Let's do it one more time. Curve, loop around, go down, curve, loop around, curve up. It's one motion. Notice how I don't pick my pen up. One motion, curve, loop, down, loop, curve, up. All right, for this one, super easy. You just thicken up this little middle line here and the bottom right here just a little bit. Come out here to this part, thicken up this end right there, and you're done. So there's K and L, and that's super easy. With doing these type of letters, you really want to make sure that if you can stay moving without lifting your pen up, it makes it easier. The more you can do that, if you can. The more you lift your pen, the more break there'll be in the letter, and the more choppy it'll look, the more unfinished it'll look. So, there's K and L. And now on to M and N. So M, a lot of people get confused with the letter M. So, curve up, go down, loop, come up, go down, loop, go up, go down, curve. Do it one more time. Curve around, loop, up, curve. One more time. Curve around, loop. Okay, so this is M. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can stylize this. I'm just going to stylize this bottom piece a little bit here. Thicken that up. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to thicken this part of the loop up. Not both sides, just this part. Then I'm going to come here and I'm going to thicken this up. Again, not both sides of the loop, just one side. And then I'm going to come here and I'm going to thicken this little piece right here up. That's one way you can do it. Now, another way you can do it, you still thicken this piece up right here. And you still thicken up this piece here. But you don't thicken up the middle. You come to this edge and you thicken this whole edge right here up. And this is another way you can throw what's called the accent to it. And that's just the part that you emphasize. That's the part that you make sure has the thickness to it. You know, you're accenting it, you're showing attention to it. So you're giving it attention. So those are two different ways you can accent. You can thicken up those areas to make it look fancy. Alrighty. And then now we're going to do N. N is one of the hardest letters, so a lot of people get confused on. So, okay, here we go, N. What you do is you start here, you loop around yourself, come up, you loop back going toward the right, you go straight, like at an angle down like that. Then you're going to curve back, go up, and curve. Now let me go through that one more time. Loop around yourself, go up, curl down, stop, curl backwards, go up. And a lot of people get confused on this, so I'm going to do it one more time. Loop, up, loop, down, go backwards. Now notice how this is thinner and this is wider. That doesn't matter. That's just however you want to do it. You can have it thin and closer together. You can have it wider and far apart. It doesn't really matter. It is completely up to you and how you want to do it. So, all right. I'm going to move over here and do it one more time. Loop around yourself. Go up, down at an angle, come back. Okay. Now when you do the letter N, you thicken up this part. Usually this is the part that you accent, that you thicken up like that. And then you come down here and you thicken up this part. And then it's your choice. You can thicken up the end here if you want. You don't have to. So there's the letter N. A lot of people, they get stuck going the opposite way right here in this loop. So once again, curl up, come backwards, bam. Okay, and now we do the letter O, which is the easiest letter to do. It's super, super duper easy. Okay, so you write the letter capital O, don't stop, keep going, bam. Do that again. You're writing the capital little O, and then you keep looping around. Capital letter O, and just loop around the top. Capital letter O, loop around the top. Capital letter O, loop around the top. Super easy. One motion. Don't ever lift your pen or pencil up. one motion. Okay, so to accent this, it's really, really easy. Write your letter, and then you follow this curved line right here, and you'll thicken up this bit coming out. And then you come over here, and you thicken up this side. Super easy. Easiest letter in the alphabet to do when it comes to this style of calligraphy that we're going through. So there you go. Okay, now we're going to go through and do all the different letters. So K, we're just doing the basic line work. L, and then M, and then N, and then O. So there's your basic line work for the letters without any of the thickening, without any of the accenting. So highly suggest that if you want to get good at this, you practice this letter a lot, practice this letter a lot. I mean, you'd practice all the letters, but really make sure you understand how the N and the M work. So, all right. Hope you had fun. Hope you learned something today. Take care. Be safe.